Greetings everyone, welcome to another video with me, Umber Rays, doing a recap of maybe the final Wotv live stream ever. I mean, JP could end tomorrow. We'd all be surprised, but this is going to be the end of global live streams. And I know it's sad, I know a lot of you have some questions and whatnot. If you are looking for a ton of information, you can watch this video as well. I'm going to try and do a little bit of a recap, as well as just talk about a few things. First off, really quickly, again,
black and white, clear as crystal. You get nothing.
yeah,
You lose. Good day, sir.
I'm doing this live, so people are playing sounds in the background. It's going to distract me through the whole thing. Thanks, guys. First off, the JP server is fine. For everybody who's curious, the JP server is fine. We did get some actual announcements today. One that I made another video about. The idea of merging global accounts into JP is now completely confirmed that it will not happen, mostly because of the workload that it would be, and I have to agree with that 100%. From a technical aspect, I don't think it's a good idea. Just isn't. No, there is no take two. We're just going to keep going. We're keep rolling. This is how I do my videos, mostly. But anyway, yeah, JP will be doing fine. Merging accounts will not be possible. Now, the one thing that was mentioned that I want to talk about really quickly at the beginning of this video before people click off, stop watching it, is to do with an offline version. Because offline version was mentioned. It was a question that people are asking, and they did float the idea that it could be a possibility in the future. What I'm going to mention to all of the globalers out there is that while it is a possibility, it probably won't happen until JP ends. Now, JP might be ending in a year or 2 years, who knows? It depends on how good it is and what's going on in the behind the scenes, the stuff that we won't ever find out about. So, an offline version, I think, if there is enough interest. So voice your opinion, continue to voice your opinion that you are interested in that, because I think an offline version would be a perfectly reasonable thing to throw up on Steam for people to play, like Mega Man X Dive did. There we go. Next up, Umbra will be making a video about how to create JP accounts. That's on the docket. As it turns out, I have some news today that I got this morning that has made my life considerably busier for the next 2 weeks. So yeah, I'm going to try and get that video up as soon as possible, but please bear with me. Okay, so getting into it. The first thing I want to talk about is on stream today we saw Hiroki and Justin show up. Props to them before we go any further by saying that I'm really glad that they came on stream. This was not their decision. The end of the global version was not their decision, and I'm sure they probably voiced their opinions that it should try and continue as long as it could. But this was not their decision to make, and do not be unfair or rude or mean to them, even if you are angry or disappointed. I mean, you spend money in a gacha game, you should know that that money is gone forever, sort of thing. So play at your own risk. You start playing another gacha game after this, I don't know what to say. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, your damn fault. But Justin and Hiroki showing up and basically talking about for about 30 minutes. Thank you for not making it too long. Thank you guys for, being the voice for the global community. I have a feeling that they've been very kneecapped lately of not being allowed to talk, because this decision was probably made a couple of months ago and is now just finally coming to fruition. But we don't know 100% what happened, and we probably never will know. But the one thing I want to note is that there was nobody from the actual JP side. No Hirano, no actual game producer from the JP side. And I think that really states how separate they want this to be. They do not want the JP side associated with this ending at all. And that also kind of lend credence to this idea, because JP still has no in-game announcement about this. They have no news about any of this happening. JP is completely in the dark. And to prove that as well, there's no Peach news video about it. So yeah, I feel like JP players really don't know. So if you're waiting for JP to sound the horn to try and save global, not happening, but it's also probably not happening. The writing is on. So, I do think that Hiroki, they were watching the comments on stream and everything. There were some pretty rude comments in there, which isn't unusual for most chats on the internet for live stream. So not really too surprising there, but they took it in good stride and they tried to be very positive about it. So shout outs to Hiroki and Justin. Good job. Thanks so much for all your hard work. And also, I mean, looking at it, we got some details now. We know that the end of operation is basically what we kind of expected. You're not able to buy Vizier anymore, and pretty soon you will not be able to use Google Points anymore as of April 30th. Although at this point, don't use your Google Points on this game. Don't do it. Go use 1,000 points and buy Balatro. Seriously, it's one of the best games of the games that have come out of the game time. Woof, go buy Balatro or something with your Google Play point. It's a permanent game. You can just own it. But I have to say, it is bittersweet when they announced what was essentially a new character that JP has not even seen yet. I was very surprised. I was almost dead certain it was going to be Kuja or Karsha would be the final characters. But Helena Rose Regalia, an Ice 100 cost unit that will be free to get and free to upgrade, will be coming as the last new character for Global. And yeah, it's incredibly bittersweet because this is an anniversary character. I understand all of that. Even the voice lines and the names of some of the attacks are probably going to hit some people a little bit in the, cojones. But they don't have to do this. They could have announced EOS and just taken it right out. And the plans that they do have sound okay. Doesn't sound like you're getting FF9 unless there's a ton of global outcry, but I wouldn't expect too much of that. Basically what you're going to see this new character that everyone can build, use, enjoy, have fun with up until the end of the game. I would imagine that this character is also coming to JP on April 1st, but more on that later. Of course, we'll give a preview, but is she worth pulling? Going to be yes. This is a early proof. Anyway, we saw some of her attacks. She's a magic attacker, and some beautiful artwork. Shoutouts to Wotv artwork always being top tier, and this is no exception to that rule. So just shoutouts to that. Now talking about the end of the month, there were some neat things like the mention of a chamber where basically you'll be able to play it, get resources, spend those resources on getting units, vision cards, the shards for them. For the last 2 months, if you're playing global, you can essentially just go nuts, go crazy, build whatever characters you want, have fun, and just play the game and enjoy the game. You don't have to worry about people saying it's pay to win anymore, because it technically isn't. You can just play it and earn a bunch of stuff, equipment, through raid revival. Vizior doesn't really matter, but I guess here you go. You can have some and use it. For people, there's going to be selectable banners to select units that you potentially want. I mean, it sounds like it's just going to be a sort of free-for-all, go nuts right until the end. Grand Arena will be happening. Guild Battle will still be happening with special rules and whatnot. So all of that sounds pretty nice for a last 2 months of just playing the game and whatnot. Not going to say that it's beyond expectation or anything, right? You look at the end of this when they go to the where was it? I want to find the actual gift thing where they show the Hiroki's gifts, and people are like, 2k lapis? It's the end of the game. Why aren't you giving us infinite lapis? I don't know, logistical issues or whatever. But also, it just doesn't sound like Vizier matters. But don't get that bent out of shape. If you want, you can play an earn character. Cool, kind of thing. And that also might be eventually a thing that shows up for an offline. Well, where these kind of chambers would exist in some capacity, and you can just get the characters you want to play story mode. And maybe all the questies and everything. Either way, we now have a good idea of what the end of Wotv will look like. And I have to say, the fact that they are doing some of the Grand Arena stuff, even a Grand Arena where it will focus on global exclusive units, that's pretty cool, giving them massive buffs so people who have those units can really enjoy them. still be doing guild battle and guild supremacy and everything like that. I mean, I'm not completely apologetic for, you know, just gaslighting all of this. It's an end of service announcement. It always sucks if you spent years and years and years on it. I personally, then it's not super great. But I mean, they are essentially just letting players have fun for 2 more months before they pull the plug, and they definitely could have just. I think you can still create an account on global. I have my account still on. I switch over here, but I think like the rewards that you get from doing this now don't matter much because a lot of the banners have disappeared. But I mean, you'll still be able to play and actually earn characters. Like, you can just earn a bunch of different characters and whatnot. I mean, if you wanted to, you could, but I think if you're creating a new account. So there you go. That's a summary of essentially what is going on. It's been an honor to have everyone supporting my channel through the Wotv days. I'll still be, like I said, I'll still be creating Wotv content right up until the end for people still playing, and for people looking to go to JP, and for people who will continue to play on JP and be interested in the game. Oh, the one other thing before we go. I think that they also said that they were looking at ways of presenting the story in the future to people who are interested in it in an offline version, but they have not decided anything. So yeah, that's it for the summary. Again, thanks everyone out there. If you're angry, bitter, joyous, whatever you are feeling, just remember to be nice to the other people in the community who might be feeling different than you, and kind of just keep the community going, keep the community alive, the community talking and whatnot, because some of the friendships, relationships that we've built over the course of this game are worthwhile. So thank you so much for watching. Take care and enjoy the final couple months of Global.